Hello, everybody. This is the Sports Doctor Spot coming at you with one more video. There are plenty of social media trends going out right now, and we're going to talk about what's hot on IG. Now, if you like me and pretty much on there just posting the content to help grow YouTube channels, or if you're just a casual Instagram user, this video should help you out. Some can't miss trends going on Instagram in 2025. Let's check it out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the top Instagram trends you absolutely can't miss in 2025. Whether you're a content creator or just curious about what's hot on the gram, this video is for you. Let's get started. It's like every time I open Instagram, there's some new happening.
He happy as hell, lady.
1 minute it's all about perfectly curated feeds, the next it's chaotic photo dumps, and then suddenly everyone's a comedian or like a life coach. It's a lot to keep up with, and honestly, sometimes I just stare at my phone like, what am I even supposed to be posting anymore? Does anyone else feel that? It's like a whole job just figuring out the algorithm, which, by the way, is probably sentient at this point. So I figured, why not try to dissect it all together? We can go through what's actually popping off, what people are genuinely engaging with, and maybe, just maybe, figure out how to navigate this ever-changing landscape without losing our minds. Because let's be real, whether you're trying to grow your own page or you're just scrolling to avoid your responsibilities, which, relatable, knowing what's trending can actually be kinda useful, or at least it gives us something to talk about, right? It's like trying to predict the weather, but for social validation. Today we're gonna look at all the big stuff, the aesthetics, the humor, the weirdly motivational things, and even how it all compares to TikTok, because that's a whole other can of worms, isn't it? I've been scrolling, I've been observing, I've probably spent an unhealthy amount of time analyzing reels, and I'm ready to share my very professional findings. So grab your coffee or your emotional support water bottle, and let's get into what's making Instagram tick, or should I say gram, in 2025. It's gonna be a ride, probably a slightly chaotic one, but hopefully fun. Okay, so first up we have the whole lifestyle and day in the life reels. And look, I get it, there's something oddly satisfying about watching someone else's morning routine, especially when it involves perfectly frothed matcha and sunlight streaming through a spotless window.
What is that?
It's aspirational, right? Or maybe it just makes me feel slightly bad about my own chaotic mornings where I can barely find matching socks. We're seeing a ton of these, the super early gym sessions where everyone is impossibly energetic, the elaborate 10-step skincare routines that make my face feel like a desert just watching, and of course the overarching that girl aesthetic. You know, the one who journals, meditates, eats vibrant smoothie bowls, and probably hand washes all her linen clothes. It's this whole vibe of curated reality, but it's also weirdly intimate. You're seeing people make their beds, go for walks, work on their laptops in cute cafes. It's like we're all just craving a little bit of structure and beauty in our daily lives, and these videos kind of provide that, even if it's just vicariously. The key seems to be making the mundane look magical. It's not just I woke up, it's I gracefully awoke to the gentle caress of dawn, engaged in mindful movement, and nourished my body with organic, locally sourced toast. It's a whole performance, but a really popular one, and I have to admit, sometimes I try to make my coffee routine look like that, and then I spill it everywhere, so there's that.
Oh, shit.
Next, let's talk about comedy and skits, because
this is my favorite part of Instagram. I guess besides looking at big old asses all day. But we're not talking about asses, at least not yet in this video. So let's check out what the Mr. AI has to say.
Honestly, thank God for them. With everything going on in the world and in our own brains, sometimes you just need a good laugh, you know? And Instagram has become this huge playground for comedians, especially those who got their start or also thrive on TikTok. It's like the great migration of funny.
That's where I first seen comedians Mojo Brooks, the very successful Country Wayne, Just Hilarious. All them were posting content on Instagram, and now they're cajillionaires, and everybody around the world knows them.
we're seeing so many TikTok crossover comedians bringing their specific brand of humor to Reels, and the short-form video format is perfect for quick, punchy jokes, relatable scenarios, and those little observational bits that make you go, OMG, that is literally me.
Although
the content is often
Instagram.
super relatable, think dating horror stories, the daily struggles of work life, or those hilariously awkward family interactions. It's like people are taking their everyday anxieties and turning them into content, which is, frankly, a coping mechanism I can get behind. There's something so comforting about seeing someone else articulate the exact same weird thought you had, or dramatize a situation you've definitely been in. It makes you feel less alone in your, personal chaos. And the creativity is insane. People are using filters, sounds, and quick cuts to make these mini comedy specials right on their phones. It's impressive, and it's definitely keeping me scrolling when I should be, doing productive things. Alright, let's get into transformation videos. These are like a perennial favorite, aren't they? There's just something so deeply satisfying about a good before and after. Whether it's a fitness journey where someone shares their progress over months or even years, or a room makeover that takes a cluttered space and turns it into, an interior design dream, we're hooked. And then of course there are the classic makeup glow-ups, hair transformations, or even just people showing how their style has evolved. It's like a mini narrative of change and improvement, all packed into a short video, usually with some really dramatic music. I think part of the appeal is that it feels hopeful. Wow, if they can do that, maybe I can also get my life together. Eventually. But also, let's be real, sometimes I watch these and I'm like, okay, but what about the messy middle part, or the part where you wanted to give up? We mostly see the highlight reel, which is fine, but
it's the same thing with being a content creator. Sometimes you don't see results right away, or every video you do don't get the results that you want. And, a lot of people don't see that, and they get discouraged and they quit. Because some days, you might get a video with 1,000 views, and you might not see a video that gets nowhere near that for a couple of weeks. It can be discouraging.
it's good to remember there's always more to the story. Still, the visual impact of these transformations is undeniable. Seeing a space go from drab to fab, or watching someone achieve a goal they've worked hard for, it's pretty compelling. It taps into that human desire for progress and, let's be honest, a little bit of visual drama. Chapter 4. Are we all hustling or just tired? Now this one is interesting: motivational and inspirational edits. You've definitely seen these. It's usually a really powerful speech from a movie or a public figure layered over super cinematic visuals, slow motion shots of nature, cityscapes at dawn, people looking determined. You know the vibe. Or it's straight up hustle content, encouraging you to grind, to chase your dreams, to wake up at 4 a.m. and conquer the world or something. And then there's the whole money mindset genre, which is all about manifesting wealth and abundance, often with affirmations over videos of luxury lifestyles. It's a whole mood. And I get it, sometimes you need that little push, that reminder to keep going or to believe in yourself. These videos can be genuinely uplifting if you catch them at the right moment. But also sometimes I see them and I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to eat my cereal. Can we not talk about crushing my goals right now? There's a fine line between motivation and pressure, but clearly it resonates with a lot of people. The combination of inspiring audio and aesthetically pleasing visuals is a potent one. It's like they're trying to inject a little bit of epic into our everyday scroll, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. It just makes me wonder if we're all perpetually seeking external validation for our ambitions. Deep thoughts for a Tuesday.
Yeah, deep thoughts for a Tuesday. And it is Tuesday today. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. And if you are, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And join me more often for all kinds of content.
Chapter 5. My camera roll vomited, but make it chic. Photo dumps and carousel posts. This trend is my personal favorite because it feels a little more real, even though it's still curated, obviously. We're not trying to pretend anymore that every single photo is a masterpiece worthy of its own standalone post. Instead, it's like, here's a random assortment of things I saw, did, or thought about this week. Hope you enjoy this little glimpse into my slightly chaotic, but hopefully somewhat aesthetic life. It's the art of the random but aesthetic post, and it's honestly kind of a relief. There's less pressure for perfection in a single image. The beauty of the photo dump is in its, uncurated curation. It's supposed to look effortless, like you just grabbed 10 random photos from your camera roll, but we all know there's still some thought that goes into it. You want a good mix, maybe a selfie, a food pic, a blurry concert shot, a cute dog you saw, a random meme, a nice sunset. It tells a little story, or at least gives a vibe without being too try-hard. Carousel posts in general are just thriving because they encourage more engagement. People swipe through, spend more time on your post. It's like a mini gallery, and it allows for more nuance than a single picture. It's the more is more, but make it look casual approach.
How many of you guys out there use carousel post a lot? I don't really do it because I don't really take pictures like that. My Instagram is pretty much me putting up clips of my old YouTube content to get some of my friends or anybody else to go ahead and check out my YouTube channel. But how effective are carousel posts to you guys? Let me know. Maybe I should start doing it.
Chapter 6. So, we're all rich now or just pretending? Okay, let's be honest, the luxury and travel flex is not exactly new to Instagram, but it feels like it's reached new heights, or maybe just new levels of casual ostentatiousness. We're talking private jets, not just first class, but the whole plane. Unboxings of designer bags that cost more than my rent for a year. And of course, the exotic vacations to far-flung, impossibly beautiful destinations that make you question
that just
all your
look like
life choices
Malibu
while you're sitting on your couch. It's a lot, and it's everywhere.
Malibu,
it's like a
California.
constant stream of look how amazing and expensive my life is. And part of me is like, wow, good for them, that looks incredible. And the other part of me is like, is any of this even real, or is it all sponsored or rented, or just an elaborate illusion? It's hard to tell sometimes, but the aspiration factor is undeniably huge. People love to see how the other half, or the other 0.1%, lives. It's escapism, it's motivation for some, and for others, it's maybe just a bit bewildering. The visuals are always stunning. Crystal clear waters, high-fashion outfits against iconic backdrops, champagne flutes clinking with a view. It's a specific kind of content that's designed to impress, and, well, it usually does, for better or worse. It definitely makes my trip to the grocery store feel a little less glamorous.
No doubt. This is something that I'm kind of guilty of, going on vacation. But I don't really show the dopest things I do when I go on vacation. But I do show really glamorous or pretty pictures. Sitting in my room at Mandalay Bay. I could really afford to live at a place like Mandalay Bay. Or I barely could afford the room I was in Mandalay Bay. I had to take bottles to the store and everything to get that motherfucker.
Chapter 7. Finding your people. Even if they're obsessed with spoons, this is actually one of my favorite things about the internet in general, and it's definitely thriving on Instagram niche content. It's like, whatever obscure thing you're into, there's a community for it. And they are passionate. We've seen Book Talk explode and then spill over into Bookstagram with people sharing their latest reads, aesthetic bookshelf tours, and, really intense reviews. It's amazing. Then there's sneaker culture, which is a whole universe of its own with unboxing,
Yes,
styling tips, and people showcasing collections
Love
that are
shoes.
probably worth a fortune. It's wild. And it doesn't stop there. Food plating has become an art form, with accounts dedicated to making even a simple meal look like it came from a Michelin star restaurant. There are communities for vintage car enthusiasts, rare plant collectors, miniature painters, urban explorers. You name it, if it exists, there's probably an Instagram niche for it. And I think that's so cool because it allows people to connect over shared specific interests, no matter how particular they might seem to the outside world. It's a reminder that there's so much diversity in what people love and dedicate their time to, and Instagram provides a platform to share that passion. It's like, you like collecting antique doorknobs? Me too. Let's follow each other. Chapter 8. The Great Platform Debate. Are we okay? Finally, let's briefly touch upon the eternal question: Instagram content versus TikTok content. Are they the same? Are they different? Should I just post the same thing on both and hope for the best? It's confusing, I know. Generally, what I've noticed, and what a lot of people say, is that TikTok still leans more towards raw, unfiltered, and often trend-driven, super short-form video. It's where sounds and challenges can explode overnight. The vibe is often more chaotic, more experimental, and maybe a little less polished, though that's changing too, as everything gets more professionalized. Instagram, on the other hand, while it's definitely embraced short-form video with Reels, still often has a slightly more curated or aesthetic feel, even in its more casual content. Photo carousels are obviously huge on Instagram in a way they aren't on TikTok. Stories also offer a different kind of engagement. While a viral TikTok can be super random, a successful reel on Instagram might often tie back more to an established niche or a creator's overall brand. It feels like TikTok is where you throw spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks, and Instagram is where you carefully arrange the spaghetti that's stuck into a pleasing pattern. But honestly, the lines are blurring more and more every day, and many creators are finding ways to make content that works across both or adapt it slightly. It's an ongoing experiment, really. Outro. Okay, I think that's it. My brain hurts. And there you have it. The top Instagram trends you can't miss in 2025. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Drop a comment below on which trend you're most excited to try. See you in the next one. Phew, that was a lot, right? My brain literally feels like it's done a marathon of scrolling and analyzing. It's kind of wild how much thought can go into what seems like just, posting pictures and videos online, but it's a whole ecosystem, a whole language almost. I hope this was helpful, or at least a little bit entertaining, or maybe just made you feel slightly less alone in the overwhelming sea of social media content. It's constantly changing, so who knows? By next month there could be a whole new set of trends to obsess over. Maybe it'll be like competitive napping videos or extreme cheese grating. The internet is a weird place, and that's why we love it, I guess. Or at least, that's why we can't look away. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me through all that. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts. Which trends are you loving? Which ones do you secretly hate? What did I miss? I actually do read the comments sometimes when I'm not having an existential crisis about algorithms. Okay, I'm gonna go lie down now. Bye.
I do read your comments, and I try to respond to them as much as I can. So go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video. Would you like to see more videos like this? Let me know, and if it's positive, there'll be reactions. There'll be more of these type of videos. If not, this will be the last video like this. But this is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock. Hope y'all having a great Tuesday, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.